We said position battles, but we don't really mean position. We mean roster spots, and the starting rotation pretty much settles out as to what it's going to be. When you look at those names, does it surprise you how well all of them pitched for the Indians last year?
You know, it does, because how often does that happen? How often do you call up guys like Plesac?
You bring up three. If you get two doing well, you're thrilled.
When Plesac and Civale pitched so well, Plutko did a nice job, and Rodriguez, ate some innings until he got hurt.
Okay, assuming Carlos Carrasco is okay, you got Clevinger, Bieber, and Carrasco. Then you need two of the next 4 or 5 guys. Who do you see as the starting rotation opening up the season?
Yeah, I've been kicking this around. I think Plesac. I think it's going to be Plutko and Plesac at the back end.
Okay.
I think Civale.
Back into the rotation.
Yeah, back into the rotation. And I think Civale will probably go to AAA and start and build some innings and just stay ready in case what happened last year.
How tough is that for a young guy like him who did well, probably in the offseason thought he made the team, and now he's looking at the numbers and he may be the one that's caught short?
Yeah, well, the key there is Plutko. He's out of options now. He could also pitch in the bullpen.
Right.
If they put Plutko in the bullpen, then Civale and Plesac are the guys who will probably make it. So I think it depends on how the spring goes. But, you've got to have starters at AAA pitching every day, starting, so they're stretched out and ready.
Well, let's take a look at Zach-Plesac, see what he did last year in the 2019 season. 115 innings pitched, an 8-6 record, 3.81 ERA, 88 strikeouts and 40 walks. That's a good ratio.
Yeah, probably a lot of walks. Probably one too many walks. A little heavy on the walks.
He had a shutout game last year. Now let's continue on and see what we have. Aaron-Civale, the name you brought up. And 57 innings, 3-4 record, 2.34 ERA, 46 Ks and 16 walks.
Yeah. I've had scouts tell me that Plesac and Civale, they like them both because they throw strikes. They're not breaking the sound barrier. They're not throwing 99, 98, 100 miles an hour, but they throw just hard enough. They throw strikes and they don't get rattled.
Adam-Plutko, the guy you mentioned is out of options. Here you have 109 innings, 7-5 record. 4.86 ERA, 76 strikes, and it's a 3-to-1 ratio, 26 walks on that. Baseball's changed. They now look at home runs and launch angles and all that stuff. How about pitching? They don't count the wins and losses are, I don't want to say meaningless, but they're almost meaningless.
Yeah, and wins, you see guys with 11 wins winning a Cy Young. DeGrom,
right.
How many wins did DeGrom have last year?
Not a lot.
And for 2 years in a row he's won the Cy Young because he pitches innings, he strikes out batters, has a low ERA, and keeps his team in games, and that's kind of the criteria now.
What about Jefry-Rodriguez?
Rodriguez is a guy, if he's healthy, I think he's a swing guy, and he could also help them in the bullpen. He pitched, out of the bullpen a little bit last year, and with Washington the year before.
There's one you don't want to look at his win-loss record. It was 1-5.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell the whole story.
I think he may have been a little he came up when when Clevinger got hurt, kind of forced him in there. I don't know if he was ready, and then he kind of got hurt, and he was pitching, with the sore shoulder for a while before they shut him down.
You got the bullpen, and of course you got the new rule where you have to face at least 3 batters. So it'll be interesting how Francona works that. But you've got Brad Hand, who was tremendous for about 2/3 of the season, then struggled quite a bit.
Yeah.
Adam-cimber and emmanuel-clase, Hunter Wood, phil-maton. Nick-Wittgren, Oliver-Perez, who was a one batter pitcher but may not be anymore. Karinchak can throw 100, right?
Right.
And James-Hoyt. Do you look for any additions to that bullpen roster?
I think there's going to be, they'll have some help in the bullpen. Guys like Civale or Plutko, there's Scott Moss, a couple guys they got in the Trevor Bauer trade. Logan Allen. Those are starters that maybe could fit into the pen. And a guy like Nick Sandlin, one of their high draft picks from 2 years ago, is coming off arm surgery. He could be up there at some time during the season.
Somebody has to emerge as a starting outfielder, right?
Yeah, you would hope.
With 9 or 10 guys on the list right now.
Yeah, I think Mercado is is the starting outfielder. I
Okay.
just don't know where he's going to play. And I don't think they do either.
No, you would assume center field because that's where he played most of the year last year,
Yeah.
but maybe not.
But maybe not because, with delino-deshields is a very good center fielder defensively, and they're talking about Mercado bouncing around at all three spots. So
If you had to predict opening day lineup, who's the right-handed pitcher going against him? What do you see?
right-handed hitter.
Just the outfield.
The outfield, I think it could be. Well, maybe you stick a lefty in there. Maybe you stick Bauers in left field. But I think it's going to be Reyes in right, and no, I think it'd be all right-handed hitting outfield. Mercado, DeShields, and Reyes.
Okay, even if it's a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
All right. What about the injuries, guys? Tyler-Naquin and Bradley-Zimmer.
Naquin is making progress. He thinks he should be ready just around opening day, but I think they'll be cautious with him. Zimmer is no restrictions going to camp. This is going to be his first camp with coming off the shoulder surgery where he's been healthy.